So this is Ghana Joshua Dalami, the analyst, in case you're just coming across this live session. So what we're gonna be doing today is our usual pre-market analysis. So you guys are gonna be seeing me more on live as regards the recording I do and upload on my channel. So without much being said, let's head on straight to the chat. But before then, let me try and see if I could share the link for others to join before we forge ahead. Let me see if I can share the link. Yeah. Look at the link I wanna copy. Yeah, so I just shared the link for everyone to just tap in. Welcome. So I'm just gonna head on straight to the charts. So as you all know, look at the assets that we look at. We look at from DXY. We trade commodities and stocks basically. So, but then you should open your mind. What we do here applies to whatever asset it is you're trying to go with. Basically, all we do here is support and resistance and basic price action and basic market structure. You know, that's what we do. So here are the assets, but then the same mindset you're going to be learning is applies all. So let me see how many people joining. No one yet. So we head on. So the point of at the end of today's session, you watching this session, you should be able to is also give you idea back end how like build trade ideas from scratch, right? So you could use it to help yourself if you're a beginner or if you're someone who is already in the space, fine. But then so we're gonna start with looking at the XY. Why? Because most assets that we trade has something to do with the USD. So it's only right we start by like checking what happened last week and the device is down. What happened last week, where price is right now, and where price might likely go on market open to give us idea how to go about the pairs we trade. USD related pairs though. So here's the DXY. We start as usual. Any market will go start from the weekly time frame, right? And then we come currently for us. I don't have any device to be able to. I can't see the comments. I can't see people commenting. But then just let me know in the comments. So price currently, guy. I plugged you. This my guy. He's acting up, man. What are you charging, man? Why? You wanna do me rough? Plugged you. Yo, guys, don't mind my mouse. So right now, I don't know if it's the former stream or a new one, but then internet went down for a bit and we are back again. Come on, man. Challenges of a Nigerian trader. So we use psychological levels as dynamic support and resistance because all we do is price action. We are price action traders, and then we use support and resistance basically and basic market structure to build ideas. What do I mean? So where is price right now? Go. Oh, this is not funny. I might use my screen then since this guy wants to mess up. So I consider price is around the level of um 101, 102 basically is the resistance. Then 101, 100 pips difference in case you're wondering how, like, go on any chart because if I use these two to measure, you see that it's like 1,000 pips, 100 pips. 1,000 points, 100 points, as you may call it, whatever. So we got 100. So that's how we box price into support and resistance, simply as you can see it. Yeah, because at this point, this is your support. This guy is still, we don't know, but this is resistance. Price is resisting here, you get. So that's how we identify our dynamic support and resistance when we're building our ideas. So I'll go down to the lower time frame, daily, because what we're looking was from weekly. And then price is in an uptrend, I could see, because it broke. If you could, it's been breaking resistances. Here was a resistance too before, but then it broke it, and now is in support. And here is the next resistance, and that's where it's struggling from. So from where we are seeing this, how do we read this? It's in an uptrend. Why? Is it because it's just looking up? Here was a high, got taken out, tested. This place was a high, got taken out like you wanna reject, but then it broke. This move is what broke this resistance right here. And then now price is back here trying to test this level, and hopefully continue to the upside. That's one way to look at it. And in an uptrend, what do you see? You see one, two higher highs. The third one has already happened. Is the one happening? First high, higher, low first. Then now price retracing. How do we confirm that again? You can use your Fibonacci tool, and you would see that price is at that level, 50% retracement level. Because you use this tool only when you have identified if it's an uptrend or a downtrend. You don't just use it anyhow. It works across every time frame. And yeah, so anywhere you see blue is support, anywhere you see red, equate it as resistance. Just so it's easy for you to remember and identify as well. So this is an uptrend market. So we're looking for buy opportunities from here for whenever. This is the daily. So USD is bullish. So it means every pair that's gonna be paired with the USD is gonna be facing some sort of pressure. If this goes bullish, if this happening, what we're seeing here happen. And if we look at this price, most likely be at the, if you do it, next way to identify your if you want to break this down too, if you do this, the middle of this will be giving you 105, right? 105 psychological level. So, because when we see next, we are looking for the nearest cycle level there, and you would see 100, 500. So do you understand how I come about them? So it has bounced off it, it's continuing, right? So this is 4 hour. So this move that we are seeing has already even started if we are not careful. Yeah. So notice how price reacts around these levels. So that's why they simplify everything for you to identify like your support and resistance from wherever you are. You understand? So you're gonna draw this trend line, it's almost on the third touch. But then if this trend line fails again, that will be sending another signal to you. This trend, this low, most previous low. Let's use 1 hour. Above all, long and short of the story, we are bullish. We are seeing some strength with the USD somehow. So Let's see how it reacts on market open. Right. Next up, we're gonna be looking at the next asset, U.S. oil. So oil has been stuck, neither going up or down. It's been ranging like this past week because of for reasons we don't know. But then what's happening on oil right now? A whole lot of fundamental stuff. So um, it messes with it. You could see the whole of this week. Can you imagine? This last week that will finish for how many days? This Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Look at the price action that happened. Now market has broken above it. So we're gonna see rising prices in oil. Oil is gonna shoot. Who knows? Except this a liquidity tap and continue to the downside, but then any price has been then it broke up. So right now, what we're just gonna be waiting for, looking for is continuation or continue buying, right? And if we check the psychological level that is like was having problems breaking, that leaves us around 81, I think. Let's look at $81. $81, yeah. So next psychological level above it is 80. But then yeah, I'm gonna be cautious of the buys. Why? Because I don't know. It broke that level. Since it broke it, it hasn't tested yet. And now it's back. So I would be expecting some reactions or don't be surprised. But then look how it's breaking prices. So next up is 83. Next up is 83. 84 dollar. Yeah. So this is what we're seeing, and all we're just gonna be doing in between. I want us to draw back a little bit. Let's look at this from the bigger time frame. Yes, oil is bullish because of what is happening between US and Iran, but then if you would see before now, this place was a major support, right? But then price broke it and never came back. So now that price is here, what is going to happen? So that's why you gotta wait for pullback. So this is the resistance. This price there already. This zone. So mark our resistance red. So the distance between there and the major, all these zones are resistance zone. But then let me even reduce this psychological level. So things, you see this guy, it's a major resistance from here. The resistance even starts from here. So, but then what is happening fundamentally though between US and Iran is one red. But it looks like price is going to just break above all this. So also just gonna be positioning for the pullback retest. That's if it retests. Um, Depending on how strong the resistance reacts, could you see for 5 days spin on this range? But then there's possibility of this happening as well. Maybe if this place reacts properly, there's a possibility of this guy being a very bad guy. If he breaks any low, any of this happens, then you see the image will be changing. This is the only another possibility, maybe it takes out this low, or it takes out this low, this particular one, then we know the trend has shifted to bearish. Then we'll wait for the retest around this level. That will be giving you left head, left shoulder. This is the potential head for me, right? Pattern. So that's the possibility of something else happening again. Yeah, on US oil. So these are the two scenarios. Watch out for this particular zone 81. We are waiting for a retest, and it's like no even retest, or like it has already even started buying, because if the buy is aggressive, the buyers are already even active. Before last week on Friday, it has retested the level, made another high, is retesting it. So there's validity if price doesn't even test this level, because the buy is looking like an aggressive one. But then gotta be mindful of these marked zones. So it means if you are buying, you're gonna manage your trade well, because this trade is already buying. It's looking bullish. But then there could be liquidity top here. So do with that information whatever you may, and however it pays you. And just for the fun of it, in case we don't see, this is my entry confirmation for when I'm looking for buys in a zone. Because you hear people tell you break and retest. What is the retest? The fact that, example, we're waiting for price to retest this level, it doesn't mean that when price comes you just execute. What would you see that will make you execute is the question. This is an entry confirm. This is a bullish engulfing, and it's on 1 hour. So on market open, we're looking, there might be even gap, because this is looking aggressive already. Can you see? But then for me, just for those of you who are with me on this live, this is my entry confirmation. Me, I would have entered early if I had been active on this. This would be after this candle, I would have entered. So why most people wait for the advantage of this my entry confirmation, if you use it very well, turn it upside down and you still use it for sales as well. But look at this particular candle pattern, is a very powerful one. This guy has seen on specific, on some zones, on your zones where you're expecting price to react. So me, this is my entry confirmation. It's very powerful and gives it works on 30 minutes, it works on 15 minutes, it works on 1 hour, it works on 4 hours, right? And then I would have been risking how many pips, but people will be waiting for bullish engulfing, and they'll be getting, most people will be getting their entries here while we are here. So you see, that gives you advantage to, that's the advantage of it. Gives you early entries and gives you good risk to reward. So on US oil we are bullish. Then we move on to our next asset, gold. On gold has been crazy, but gold has been making lower lows. Like now, the indication of this is crazy. Price breaking this 4,000 level. If you could see, let's start from scratch. But then, yeah. So this is what's happening on gold. Gold, this is a major support zone for weeks. If you see, let's start from the weekly time frame. You would see that, like, for how many weeks? For like 1, 2, 3 weeks. Okay, let's even start here. For like 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks price, there hasn't been any body closure in this zone even. But then last week we had a major drop to the extent we are seeing this body closure around this level. This level there hasn't been any body closure. This is because we are even looking at it from weekly. That's to tell you how very strong this support zone is. And if you would see, look at what I told you. Look at that entry confirmation I showed you. It's the guy holding this place down. You see this guy? Let me show you. Go and research and back test for yourself. I'm giving you the keys to wealth. This thing, if you use it very well. See this guy? His entry confirmation is very powerful because look, you keep seeing it happen even here too. You see it happen, then the next candle that follows you will be in profit. You see it happen, then the next candle is likely to engulf. And see, it works on any time frame you find it. So after all this push, look at it again. Look at that entry confirmation again from a different perspective. So you could see it 15 minutes, 30, even on 5. Just know that the next candle you are likely to get a bullish. So it gives you good risk to reward early as regards waiting for it to engulf bearish or bullish before you enter. Well, you might experience drawdown, but it will still go. But then, especially if you trade in small accounts, this hack I'm giving you is going to help you a lot. Do you understand? So back to my conversation on me bringing you from scratch. So weekly, we are seeing that this place has been a very major zone. Anytime price come, it reacts. Let's drill lower and go to daily time frame. And then all of a sudden, last week we had a very major drop that broke 4,000. If you would see for how many days, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for every candle you see here on daily time frame, it represents one day. For every candle you see on weekly, every one of them represents 1 week. For every candle you see on 4 hour time frame, each of them represents after 4 hours. For any candle you see on 1 hour, I hope for those of you who might not know what we are speaking about, beginners, this is for you because I always have you guys in mind when I'm explaining to the barest and basic level so that everybody understands on the same page with me from whatever level it is you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For the 6 days it was here, forget about here. You would see that there hasn't been any body closure and market ended up reacting, but then price couldn't break this level 4,200. It pushed price down. We thought it was a retest, but then price broke for 100, came back, tested it, and came here and broke this level 4,000. That's telling us something. The bearish move on gold is crazy. Is looking to break this guy, like, and if price breaks this level, price is coming down till 3,500. Like, mark this because that, and it's looking like that's what's wanting to happen because as of last year, since last year that we had new all-time highs, price since it broke above 4,500 level, it hadn't retested it. That was from September last year, 2025. I was there when it happened, all this. What do I mean? Let me show you. So it's like price is wanting to come cover that level. See, from weekly time frame, from September 2025 when price broke above 3,500. Price has just been very, very bullish for like a year. But all of a sudden these days we are seeing price like just been having crazy bearish strength that we don't know where it's coming from. Cause even last week, even price breaking, not continuing its bullish move from 400 and coming back to that level it's telling me something. Why there's a whole lot of liquidity here and it's like price must tap all those liquidity before the new rally begins. There's a lot of money here. There have been people who have been buying and holding their buys since last year when price broke above this level, and they've been like swinging it, you know. But then price is trying on a weekly concept is coming to break this level. Why? Check. You see, look at it and look at where price is. From daily, we are seeing that price has covered below this 4,000. And if this guy fails, there's nothing that will be able to. You'll see that there's nothing that will be able to hold price again. It will just be dropping. It will just drop crazily, like sell season. So watch out and use this information well. So that's why this guy uh, has been, and from what pattern that price wants to break it. And look, price has closed below 4,000 last week. So let's watch out. It's gonna be an amazing time selling gold when it breaks this level. But look from this level. This is a very strong level. Look at the reaction. So question is, what we are seeing on this from daily, is this close really indicating a break or what? That's the question. Because if it's a break, which it is, because in a downtrending market, you keep seeing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low. It's buy now. Yeah, it will buy, but from what we're seeing, it's just more of like a retracement. Then it will continue. See the pattern now. So the buy usually comes aggressive. Like this buy hurt a lot of people like last week. Why? Because everybody knew that like okay, this guy created a new low. But then PPI and CPI turned, even me, I was a victim because I know he knew it was very good because of the pressures I was seeing of the bullish move. I thought the trend has changed, but it was a lie. So don't be deceived by all these very strong bullish moves you see on gold. Though you shouldn't be looking to sell at this level. Nothing should happen to you on selling at anywhere this level. If you are looking to sell, you should be looking around these zones to sell because price might come clear all this liquidity. There's a whole lot of sell side liquidity because to break this level it needs strength, so it will come break. So um, price broke this level. That's the important thing we should be looking at. Price took out this low, and and we have another low again. This guy, but you couldn't take out this one. So now, question is, has trend really changed now that we are knowing that it hasn't covered this level? Was this just a liquidity tap to continue to the upside? That's the question we are asking. Market that we are asking on gold. What are you telling us? But then we saw that USD is gonna gain some strength. So until proven otherwise, before we can say the bulls are in charge, price has to create a new high, which is this guy. It has to break above this guy before we can say the it's a bullish trend. Otherwise, this is a bearish trend right now. What me and you are seeing, this guy, let's mark it resistance is red. So until price, if in the case that price comes, because this is looking very bullish, but we don't know if it's the seat. Why? You see, this was looking bullish, but then it sold regardless. So what you should be worrying is not on this intermediate move. Focus on the structure. And what is structure telling us? Basic market structure, that's what will help you filter all this noise that are happening, to be honest. Because if you just come, you see, look at this, then it will start selling immediately. A market structure, though this low, I would have loved that market took out this low so that I would know that, like, okay, it has changed. But since it didn't take out this guy, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, come back to test this level, continue. This is the thing which should be happening. But in the case that otherwise happens and then it goes on to break this high, we'll just be waiting for a retest and continue to this side. So look at what we're going to be looking at all on gold this week, but then before market opens. So take note of this zone, which is 12.525 level. At this level, it's already on the resistance. Let's look for another confluence. If you use your Fibonacci zone from this high to this low, you'd see another confluence again that, like, we would add that this is the 50% retracement zone, Fibonacci retracement zone. So you see how I'm adding all these things to like, this is what is okay. Not just one thing pointing us to give us our trade idea. I use the Fibonacci tool. I use the zone, bear in mind, and it's building and everything is pointing us to sell, 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 sell. So from this level, market opening, we'll be looking for sell, but if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't happen and this trend line get broken from this level, here might be even a late buy. So if it breaks this level, it doesn't respect, you just wait for a retest again, then continue, take profit here, take profit here. That's what we're going to be looking at from gold. I hope that makes sense. So let's look at from 1 hour. What was it showing? So let me remove all this. It's looking noisy. Yeah, but then this is another zone again. There's buy opportunity here again. So it depends on the time frame you're trading. There's buy opportunity here. Like, you can maybe take a bet on this low. Stop loss 200 is high. I give an average of 170 pip. So yeah, because gold is looking some kind of bullish. I don't know, man. But then it's no, you can't buy from here. You wait. And if I go to 30 minutes, why am I seeing buy here again and sell again here? Okay. Yeah, there's buy opportunity. This is 975 zone. 3,975. Three 975 zone. So from here we are bearish on XAUSD. But in the case this high gets taken out, there's a whole lot of liquidity here too. So moving forward, let's look at silver. Silver moves in similar fashion to gold. So um, she's looking, you're looking at like this low was taken out. So market is coming back, retracing continuation to the downside from this level to create another new low. This is okay, that was still gold, but another broker. But then silver moves in similar fashion. Silver has even confirmed. So we are bearish on gold though. I just saw silver and it gave me clarity again. That low has been broken. This low has been taken out. Let's see. What's it telling us on weekly? It's been broken. So to buy, but it's more of like a retest. Continuation to the downside from this level from 57,800 to 57,200 zone. Yeah. So this is what we're looking at on silver as well. Yeah. So go to the S&P 500. S&P 500 and look at our projection for last week. It didn't reach the price level where it did do. It worked, but then it would have, even we set limit, it wouldn't have tapped us. So why was this idea here from last week? Why did we, our trade idea for last week played, but not at the exact price? So the rationale for this idea was you could see a reaction from that level. It was a major level, but then price created, this was the resistance, so it created liquidity above it. If we go to 4 hour, but then I don't like selling all these stocks because of they are most times bullish because of more fundamental things happening with AI, and also they could just flip. So I'm always cautious while selling. So it's more of kind of like a QMR kind of thing. Like I was buying, this was the first place this low got broken. Came back, tested it, and most likely than not, price coming there, that level, there was gonna be reaction which on this zone. So it was the reason for the idea last week. But now, where is price currently, and what are we looking to happen next week? This low has been taken out. Look at the major support. So S&P is gonna be bearish for a bit before it still has more potential to the downside. Yeah. So any pullback to the upside, selling. Though there's a zone here you should be mindful of. So to be more of so mark this zone and continue with the sellers until they say otherwise. So I'm gonna be waiting for price here. Yeah. Watch out for these prices. S&P 500. Yeah. I'm gonna be something like this happening. Otherwise, yeah. So looking for stuff like this to happen. On the S&P, it moves in similar fashion with Nasdaq. What is happening? What is happening that the stocks are falling? Why are stocks falling? Is it what is happening with US and Iran? All of a sudden, S&P has seen it bearish. This guy took out this low. So we'll be looking for oil is bullish, stock is bearish, gold is bearish. That's the summary of our today analysis. US and Iran are bombing each other. I hope for the beginners you guys are following. I'm doing this with the help to help someone out there to bring clarity to you as you read the chart, how you analyze the market. Also, you see what I see to make me want to say buy or sell. Use it and hopefully make money from it. But being able to analyze is one thing. Being able to execute what you see is another whole different game. That's why that you could do with under close guidance with a community, with people that think like you, that trade like you, which is why I got this community. I'm gonna be dropping check my bio. You'll see my link, my Telegram channel. So let's connect. If how I read the chart makes sense to you. When I execute, you get to execute with me. So here is it. I share my trade ideas in live. Live here with the gang. We eat together. We cry together. So yeah. So this was a failed support. Now we are using it as resistance. Continue to the downside. The UK 100, what is happening there? UK 100, it's been bearish. Now it's broken, tested, continuing to the upside. So we are seeing signs of is bullish based off this block, support, resistance, non support. So UK 100 is looking bullish, but then hold up. Yeah, here is the resistance to mind you, a very strong one at down. So is price looking to come break it or what? Came 2 times, he couldn't break, but then look what is forming now. Has he taken out this low? And it's looking bearish. Oh. Don't go and fall for the sales. So don't go and fall for the sales. Why? This was a high. It took them out. Took this guy out. So don't be deceived. What you're gonna be doing here is looking to sell. And your stop loss above this high. But to be safe, this high. And you aim to take out the next low. This is what I see on UK 100. Yeah. Shoulder, head, come, took out this guy, came, it's at that level. But then in the case this fails, this zone fails, no problem, it's gonna take out this stop loss. Then you wait here. Then you continue with the buy. So that's why I tell you how we read the market is very, very simple. It's just support and resistance. Identify your resistance, identify your support. Wait for what you see to play out based off market structure. Higher highs and higher lows that everybody knows basically. And if you don't know what market structure is, let me know in the comments. Drop it somewhere in the comments. Beginner series where I start from scratch. You're a beginner, you're watching my videos, you like how I read and you want to learn. Let me know in the comments. If you're someone who already knows your way but you're finding problem with execution, let me know in the comments so that I would help you. If it's account management, you over leverage, let me know in the comments. I'm here to be of help to you to solve your problem, to wherever it is. If you need a community of like minds, let me know in the comments. Let's grow together and print this money together, because I'm carrying everybody along, you watching this, even as I grow. I'm not saying all this to help you because I'm a mentor, no. But then, if you're doing things with other people doing the same thing with you, it's easier for you to go through the process. So that's the value I bring to you. Not that I know better than you or make more than you, but then this is what I do every day. So I got some value to give. I could be of help to you one way or the other. So just let me know. Send me a DM. Could work together. I could take you on sessions. I'm open to help wherever it is I can. You got problem managing your account, let me know. I'm open to managing your account based off, just I'm here to help any way I can, man. Then that's by the way. We've been looking at the SpaceX stock and what is happening? Someone is bleeding Elon Musk consciously. Someone is messing around with Elon Musk stock. I think he has enemies. The enemies are the ones intentionally selling the stock in very high volume to hurt people that invested in SpaceX stock. That's how the stock market works. These big guys, they do stuff to hurt each other because This was a very strong support. It had no reason to break. This was where it launched at $150 per share. And then it came to the test to continue, but then all of a sudden that support couldn't hold. It broke it, and then it's been dropping. So this is not a coincidence that this is happening. If you watch the movie Billions, I recommend if you're a trader, watch it. You understand what's happening right here with just a stock that that just IPO'd some months back and is making gains. Some people are actively selling this with huge capital, people like Ask Capital, so that as to hurt other people buy it. This is a short squeeze. That's what they call it. So everybody buying and look at where it launched. They are panicking right now. People that it went up and they took their profit from here, they don't give a damn what's happening. But people who held and when it came, they are praying that it come back to where it give them profit so that they will go out. They will pray. Some people might have taken profit here. But then look at it showed everything now. It broke this high. People would have been happy that it took out this high, they would have been waiting for a retest, continue. That's the normal thing to happen. Took out, came back, retested. Normally we are supposed to see another high, then come and see another high. But then someone that is an enemy of someone that is buying said, no, it's a lie. Sold in how many, only God knows how many trillion, because those guys, they sell in heavy lots. The institutions, maybe 200 million, 200 billion shares, and they are short squeezing these guys. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Come back for a retest, continue. So this is the interpretation of what is happening on SpaceX stock. If we go check, you would see that Elon Musk's net worth is dropping. Let's do a test. Let me show you guys an example. So there are people who are not happy that Elon Musk is the richest man. So Elon Musk's net worth. Let's check. Elon Musk net worth as of today. As of today, Forbes, let's look at this Forbes something real time. You see that it's dropping. It was over $1 trillion before, but then if you check one of my video, let me interpret what's happening. It's the same thing with what I said. Look at the Forbes billionaire list. The second richest person is sitting at $284.3 billion. So the next person that owns Google, and okay, they are the ones following 262. Jeff 256. So you could see the gap, guy. Like this guy is sitting like before now. It was crazy. It was $1 trillion. So what do you think? Why the interpretation? Do you not even think these guys they can come together and some other people that you don't know of come together and agree to short and that SpaceX stocks in trillions? That's why you see it's failing, because this guy with $1 trillion, they will not be comfortable with the kind of power he has. So a whole lot of people are gonna come to want to fuck him over, and that's why for now the SpaceX stock is. I'm just saying, based off, I like the story part of things, but that's the interpretation of This guy has too much power, man. So these guys want to just fuck him up and maybe bring back, bring down his net worth down to maybe their level. So everybody, they would cooperate, and hence this thing will be shorting. The forest market is what these big guys are doing. You see that us, me and you, that retail traders are trying to like figure, okay, the direction of what they send. So if I'm to trade SpaceX stock, I'm gonna be shorting. I would have been even shorting from around here when it broke that level. But even now it's not late. Like just be shorting it because this is the story of what is happening. You see, because as long as this thing keeps going up, Elon Musk is gonna continue being a very, 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 very astronomically rich person because it was $1 trillion net worth the day. If you heard the buzz, the news, it was on this day, on 12th of June 2026, it launched, right? So at this day, I think he was reading trillions of dollar in net worth. But then he came back, he was still around $900 billion. Came up, but then now he's at $700 million net worth. So my people, that's how I see the market. That's how I read it. If this what we did here is price action. We just looked at things technically and see if it makes sense to you. Hit the like, subscribe, share to someone you think this will be helpful to. Join my community. Any question you got, like drop it in the comment. Anyway, I can help you. I can help you. Like, come, let me help you. Me too, I'm growing. Let's help each other grow up. Like, that's how I see. So value for value, you know. Um, yeah. So I hope this helps someone out there, and you are able to read the chart for yourself. But this is technical analysis. This is price action. This is support and resistance. This is break and retest. Trading. Then if you're asking what fundamental analysis is, you might have heard it, but you don't know what it is. Fundamental analysis is this news that we see coming out. So another thing, since I'm in the business of teaching and showing you my process, one thing we're going to be doing that is a good habit, we're going to be going to check the news that are upcoming for the week, if there are any. But I think we are done with the major news: PPI, CPI, NFP. My FX book. Let's check out my FX book. And by the way, today is final between Argentina and Spain. Let me know in the comments who you are supporting. So just like the way I did my analysis, I've already done analysis. Messi is gonna be getting second World Cup. By the time you might be coming to watch this video for future, I've done my analysis just like the way I did on the chart. Economic calendar. Yeah. So for this week, uh, yo, selling. Yeah. If you are enjoying this video so far, let me know. Let me know if you're finding value. Let me know. So yeah, on Monday we'll go if you are trading anything that has to do with the Canadian dollar, we'll go CPI. So no news affecting people trading USD on Monday yet. Then on Tuesday, uh, no major news for the USD. Wednesday, Thursday. So this week, no major news happening for USD related pairs. We are coming towards the end of the month, so maybe that's why. And then yeah, that will be all for me from now. And I hope you found value in this. I remain Ghana Joshua Dalamidi Analyst. I want to give a shout out to the Forixo community, the ones making this video possible for today. Shout out to my guy Mustafa Rahimi. That's the brain behind the community trying to solve the problem of traders around the world, which is access to capital and all. I recommend their community. Is their Discord community. Is a community. See, just reach out to me, connect. I could help you. Because if I give you access to this for you, so all they want you to do is to be sharing your ideas. So it's a roof they bring in to connect all traders around the world, around the continent. Both people that know how to trade and don't know how to trade, and see everybody grow in the ecosystem. So maybe on my next session, on sessions we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna introduce you guys to the brain behind Forixo community and let him tell you guys more about it. But then, big ups to them. They've been supportive in my journey as a trader in Nigeria. Forixo, Mustafa, Rahimi. So yeah, let me show you guys their page on X so you could follow them and connect. They would be of help to you. It will help you grow as a trader, especially you just coming up and you're isolated. Do not isolate yourself. Let's connect community. Forixo, just go to your um, Forixo, go to X, look at their logo. This is what you will see. I'm giving you guys a head start too, because this is an exclusive thing that not everybody is gonna be having access to in futures to come. Because we got NFTs coming, we got holdings coming, there's a whole lot of fun in future. I can't. So this is their page. Yeah, for Exo on X, and you could send them a DM. They're gonna be sending you the link to the Discord community. Let me show you guys the Discord community as well, so that you see evidence. It's not you got people from all over the world, man. So you see, this is the community. We got the forex chat. This is the house of forex traders. We got like look at the trade report from the Forixo signal bot last week. Look at the summary. 40 signals were sent, 35, 5 losses, 87% win rate. This is the Forixo trading bot. For those who do not know anything about trading, you could follow the signal real time to make money whilst at work and doing anything you are. So we got the crypto chart for the crypto traders. If crypto is your area of interest, you see there's a whole community for you. And like, can you see? We are all one. Then we got our general chat where both the crypto and forex guys connect to do. Then what I'm example here teaching you guys is as a result of motivation I'm getting to from Forexo, because for aside the signals, they want you people to come to my live like this. It's part of the initiative to learn how we build some trade ideas. So a whole lot of value coming in for you guys. For Exo to the world. So we got the new section, fundamental things going on with. There's a whole lot in the community. So send them a DM or send me a DM to share you the link. So if you're talking about meme coins, anything that interests you is a once house all for all. And yeah, then again, let me educate you a little bit. When you come, there are benefits that you stand to gain even as you engage with this community, sharing your ideas and all, which on the launch of it, based off what you're holding on or your rank based off your engagement on it, there are let me see, I like about up to like 5,000 items up for grabs, and even as you engage, you grow up the ladder in the community. So we are a big family. You want to join us before we take off, because not everybody is going to have access at some point. But for now, it's open. We are open. Come in. Any trader, introduce them. So that is that about Forixo. They've been helpful to my journey, and I'm telling you about it. So that's why I said, come to my community. Let's connect, because I'm all about growth. I'm all about growth. Me growing, you growing, win-win situation for everybody, and we all eat. That's my goal here. So that's why I don't keep anything. I tell you as it is. I share my idea as it is. I tell you what I'm doing. So that is not when I start buying Lambo, you ask me to give you update. If not, when I start buying my Ferraris, my BMWs, right now, let's grow together, man. Because you might not have access to me, you might not have access to Forexo in time to come. So open your eyes, see me. But then I enjoyed this session. I hope you did too. See you on the next one. In the week, I'm gonna try to be live more as possible. So turn on your notifications for any time I'm live, and we trade together. For now, I'm going to watch the World Cup. So up Messi in the chat. So stay safe, guys. Stay safe and enjoy your the rest of your days.